Hello everybody and welcome back to another Sims 4 video, and today I don't have Tiny Town for you. Instead, I have a speed build. I promised you a speed build and I'm giving you a speed build. Now this one is an interesting one because I was very inspired by the most recent update, the Townie update that EA did. If you didn't know, EA went back and updated all of the townies' homes. So think the Goth family, the Landgrabs, Johnny Zest, the Calientes, the Roomies. All of them got brand new homes because this game came out in 2014, and think about all the things that the base game now has that it didn't in 2014, like platforms, ceiling paint, pools, and a lot of more cool stuff that we didn't used to have in 2014. And so giving Nancy Landgraf a fancy pool just makes sense. Now, that update got me thinking because I looked at the Caliente's new home and it's wonderful. It's show-stopping, it's great, it's so much better than it used to be. However, there's still no space for Don Lothario. Ever since this game came out, Don never had a home of his own. He never had his own space. He was kind of a bed hopper, like he jumps from bed to bed. He's just like that. But I figured that I would take this opportunity to give him a brand new home. Not to mention the, what is it called? Casanova Cave Kit just came out, and I went ahead and bought it just for this build. And so I figured that I would take this opportunity to make Don Lothario his own space. Now, granted, he does not deserve a house that is this nice. I'll just go ahead and come out and say it. He does not deserve this house. But listen, it's just not in me to make a house that's not nice. I definitely was in love with how everything turned out. I think it's such a cool home. The Casanova kit was definitely up his vibe. It is modern. It kind of leans a little mid-century. That's how I kind of used it in this space. And so it definitely made the space so much better using that kit. It's a really good kit. I will say I don't like the cast assets that came with it, but I do love the build and buy. I think it's one of the best build and buy kits that we've had. Even though that might be controversial because obviously this is the first kit that was introduced where it has both build and buy and cast assets. Now, I don't know how I feel about that. I think a lot of people are not too impressed. However, I do think that this is the only context that it works in. When you're making kits specifically for Bella Goth, she needs a fancy red dress and she needs a really nice chaise lounge. You know what I mean? And so instead of splitting them into two kits, it makes sense to do one kit that has both cast assets and build and buy assets in one. Pertaining to this context, do I want to see them keep doing that? Not necessarily. I think if you focus on either or, that's when the kit really shines, for me at least, because now the Casanova Cave Kit, it has really nice assets. However, there's not enough items to make the whole space look cohesive. It's just a couch, a record player, and a TV, and just like really minor stuff that really doesn't make a whole room, if that makes sense. And I think that's going to be a really common complaint about it. Am I mad about the items that came in that kit? No, I'm not. But I just don't think that is a pattern that EA should continue on doing, but that's just my opinion. I really love having a kit that is inspired by Bella Goth or Don Lothario. I think that's such a cool idea. However, there's only so much or so many townies in this game. Who else would they do that for? Like Nancy Landgrab? But I don't know. I just, besides Nancy Landgrab, I don't think anyone else deserves a kit in this game. But you can correct me if you think I'm wrong. Anyway, speaking a little bit on this build, we'll pretty much have the general shape of it figured out and the layout. The only thing that I go back and do is, since the Casanova Cave Kit is basically basement furniture, like a man cave type of vibe, I had to add a basement, and I'm really glad that I did. The placement of the stairs is going to be behind the first floor bathroom. I think that one is way too big that we're currently doing. It's literally in the middle of the home, if you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So we split that bathroom in half, and then we add a staircase that takes you to the bottom floor, or the basement rather. And I really loved the usage of platforms instead of foundation. It's the first floor is technically the medium height, but since we used the a platform, I went up 3 times with it. The ceiling isn't as high as it would be, and so we definitely couldn't fit a full-sized double ceiling height windows in there, but it's still pretty cute. I think it's such a vibe for sure. In this home, we end up having 3 bedrooms. One we turn into a gym, a home gym. I think that just makes sense for Don Lothario. The other bedroom is a guest bedroom, and then obviously a main bedroom with an ensuite. And then it has an office downstairs, so technically you could have it set as 4 bedrooms, but I really like having home offices in my homes, especially homes that are this big. It just makes sense, even though Don Lothario is unemployed. But yes, so 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a home office, and then a basement space, literally just so we can put the bar and the cards table in. That's the whole reason why I wanted to add that space. And then a very nice outdoor space. We have a pool. We are going to add a small barbecue area with the pizza oven. I just gonna throw that out there. And then also just a regular dining table, and then just 2 seatings, just so you can sit outside and enjoy the weather, I guess, the warm weather of Salani. But yeah, we end up going for a dark brown color scheme. And then we use the brick from the fitness stuff pack, which is honestly one of my favorite stuff packs. I know it's not a very popular one. Like I said, I feel like my favorite kits or packs are usually not the most popular ones, I'll admit, but that's the beauty of it all. Like, kits are, or packs in general, are just not meant to appeal to everyone, and so you can pretty much pick and choose what you want in your game and whatnot. But I mean, since I am kind of making content on my YouTube channel of The Sims 4, my goal is to own every kit in every pack that is out there. It's just, I'm not going to be dumb and buy them all at once. It's just going to be a slow time process. And I have been trying to strategically buy packs when it makes sense. Like, for instance, I still don't own the, what is it called? The Life and Death expansion pack. However, I do plan on buying that pack when I restart my Kaplan series. I will link that in the description below if you want to check that out. But I do have a series on this channel called The Kaplans. It is very different than my Tiny Town series. I will just put that out there. The Kaplan series is kind of like my legacy. Even though I play with aging turned off, I mostly focus on storytelling and, you know, just lots and lots of drama that goes on in my Kaplan series. And so I definitely I mean, I do play God in that save file for the most part. Like, there are some things that happen that you cannot control. However, I kind of control when a sim dies or whatnot. I kind of, you know, think of that since I play with aging turned off. Speaking of my Kaplan series, I have not opened that save file in so long since I have been focusing on my Tiny Town Let's Play. I am having so much fun. We're pretty much halfway done with the Tiny Town series, so if you're not tuned in, I'll link this in the playlist in the description below. So please go ahead and check that out. It is currently going. We just got done with our 4th out of 8 sim, so literally halfway done. And so yeah, it's pretty exciting. It has been so rewarding finding or like building Tiny Town and seeing the progress as time goes on. I think it's so cool. I just want to quickly point out I love how I added the separate entrance on the side specifically for the bins, kind of tucked away. I tend to do that in every build where I can, pretty much, so I can have my bins hidden and not out front where you can see and smell them. And so I did a small pathway on the side that takes you to the like the main bins, because you have to have them in your game. You cannot not have them, you know what I mean? But as I was saying, I have been having a lot of fun playing with Tiny Town. We're halfway done, and I think you should check it out. It's in the description below. Please and thank you. Join the fam. But I was just wanting to say, because there are a lot of kits that have been introduced into this game. Shocker, I know. They really pump kits out like it's their job. And so, I mean, I'm not mad about it because I am not in a situation where I would buy every one of them. Anyway, I for the most part pick and choose when or if I want to buy a kit or not. And so I bring that up just so I can talk a little bit about those kits that are in collaboration with CC creators. So far, we have 2 of them. The Sen My Shuno Sun one, which is the Cozy Kitsch, which I have bought with my own money. It's such a cool pack. And then there's another one that's like a slumber sleepwear set. I can't remember the specific name of it, but it's in collaboration with a CC creator called Trolike. I am not very impressed with every assets that come with that pack, and so I don't know if I want to buy it, at least as of yet. However, there's definitely a couple of full body sets that I'm really interested in. I do like the crew neck top for the male cast assets, so it's on my radar, but I just don't think I'll be buying it anytime soon. But the pack that I'm really excited about that is in a collaboration with a CC creator, it's like business chic, it's called. They've teased it recently on their kind of video, live stream thing that they did not too long ago here on YouTube. I don't know, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who that CC creator is, but what I did see is the cover for that kit, and oh my god, I cannot wait until that comes out. I think it looks so cool because it would have been I think it's going to be really up my alley, specifically for my Kaplan Let's Play, since a lot of them are, people that own businesses or sims that own businesses. They're very rich, they're famous, they're affluent, and I think that kit is going to fit in so well, and I cannot wait. Like, I have a sim that is a lawyer, and then my favorite sim of all time, her name is Isabel Kaplan. She's the matriarch. She's the mother of like all mothers. She's the one who started the whole series. She's basically my favorite sim that I've ever played with, and she's currently an elder. And all these nice kits that are coming out, like the Secret Sanctuary one and then this one, just makes me mourn the fact that, she didn't get to wear that stuff. It's so stupid to say, but I really mean it. The first thing I did when I bought the Secret Sanctuary kit is I opened my Kaplan series save file for the first time in so long. I aged my sim Kaplan down to a young adult and I had her try all of those new things and she looks so good with them. I mean, I'm pretty much, I'll still have her wear some of them, but it's not gonna have the same oomph because she's an elder as it would have been had she had been a young adult. I know how stupid that sounds. Anyway, the only thing that I really do not like about the Casanova Cave Kit is the TV. Looking at it, you'd think it would be one of the best TVs available in game. It's so massive, it looks modern, it looks like it would be a very high tech, high quality TV. I did not realize it was actually a projector. And so when a sim is watching watching anything on the TV, it's such poor quality and it threw me off because I thought that it was going to be like high def and very good quality TV. It's a projector, which makes sense that the quality isn't as good, but I did not know that when I bought that kit. So that was definitely a disappointment. I was shocked when I had my sim or Don sit down and actually watch that TV, and it was like a grainy type of filter on the screen, and so that threw me off for a loop when I first saw it for sure. I thought that the black bar on top of the bottom of the base is the sound system, but it's actually a projector that is illuminating to the projector screen. And so, yeah, that was my only gripe with the kit. Other than that, it's a solid pack, I feel like, which got me thinking. This build really inspired me to want to do 2 other series on this channel. Well, it's not, I shouldn't say series. One of them is a series where I want to go back and rank in depth every casket, build kit, stuff pack, game pack, and expansion pack. Obviously, it's a common video for a Sims YouTuber to rank kits and packs for The Sims 4. But what I want to do is go a little bit more in depth, and I want to split the build and buy kits from the cast kits. And then the other thing that I kind of want to try and record is a video of me reacting to the Sims 4 channels. You know, I did not realize how many different channels that a sim could watch on the TV. One of them is a reality dating show. It's basically Love Island. That channel came with the Love Struck expansion pack. And I've already seen a little bit of that. Kyle Kyleson from the Growing Together expansion pack is in it. Caleb from the Vampires game pack is also in it. And I just thought it was really funny to have actual Sims be on that dating show, the reality TV show. That was such a surprise. And I saw how it ends. It's T. That's all I'm going to say. It was very interesting. But yeah, I think it would be kind of a fun idea to sit down and actually watch what the Sims can watch on the TV and react to it blindly. I think that would be kind of an interesting one. I watched a little bit of the Scary channel, and that genuinely was kind of scary. I saw a baby do a 360 or a 90-degree turn with its head while the body didn't move. If you know what I'm talking about, I was like, holy shit. But yeah, it was kind of interesting. Anyway, yeah, we keep on going on to different tangents. I mean, come on, this is a 33-minute video. Aside from the tour, which I tend to do with most of my builds on the channel, instead of showing screenshots, I actually take you in game and I give you a grand tour so I can point out things that you might have missed. Plus, it would be kind of cool to see it in game in tab mode while, you know, the sim is doing laundry or cooking and actually using the space, you know what I mean? Which, speaking, I don't know why I said laundry. I do not actually end up adding laundry in this home. I kind of pick and choose where I add laundry. I don't like to play with it in my personal gameplay. So it's a feature that I tend to not put in my builds for the most part, unless I'm trying to build a realistic home. If I'm actually playing in it, I don't like to add laundry. But yeah, I was basically building this home for Don Lothario, as I was saying. So I wanted to furnish the space for him to his taste. So we definitely add a couple of bars. There's one in the dining room right now where we're working at. And then, as I was saying, there's also a bar in the basement too. And I tried to add music to a lot of different rooms. So there's one in the office, there's one in the living room, there's one in the dining room, and then there's also one in the basement. And so I definitely used the record player from the Party Essentials kit and the Casanova Cave kit each twice. And so, if that is annoying to you, I don't care. It's a really cool sound system, and it made sense to have them in different places. Speaking of, actually, I think in the basement we might just have used the speaker from the Party Essentials kit, not the record player. But we have it in the dining room. Oh shoot. I think that might be the only room that I put that in, actually, now that I think about it. The only one that I used twice is the one from the Casanova Cave kit. I put that in the living room and also in the home office that we're currently working on. I am so sorry I lied to you, but I did only use the Casanova Cave kit record player twice. Hopefully, I mean, people can have two of the same record player in their home. Like, that's fine, especially if you have a space that this big and you want to furnish. It makes sense. Anyway, the office ends up having a yellow and kind of a camel color scheme, a brownie camel color, which I feel like what I nailed in this space is definitely the color schemes. Obviously, the color scheme was inspired by the couch that I put in, which was red. I would have used the navy leathered couch or the brown one, but obviously we are catering for Don. He tends to wear a lot of red in his own personal life, I guess. And so I went for a red color scheme, and then his bedroom has a navy color scheme for sure. And so obviously this space is leaning a little bit more masculine, catering for Don again and his taste. So the color schemes that I ended up choosing are to his liking, and I really love the colors that we ended up using for his space. I like that camel brown and the yellow in the office. I love the maroon red color in the main living space and the dining room, and then that dark navy in his bedroom. The guest bedroom ends up having the same color scheme as the home office, and then the gym ends up having a green color scheme. So a lot of really nice solid colors that I've used in this space, and it's definitely to my taste. I feel like, too, not to compare my taste to Dawn's. To be fair, what I'm doing here is completely subjective. You might look at it and be like, Dawn would never live in this, or you'd be like, I nailed it. And so that's kind of my own interpretation of his style. Maybe I was heavily inspired by my own personal taste, and so I don't know. It's probably a blend of both tastes, to be fair. So yeah, I feel like I gave Don a space he would thrive in for sure. I had multiple entertaining spaces, multiple bars. He has a swimming pool. He has a home gym. He even has a man cave that we're currently working on. I feel like the only thing that I did not give him is a hot tub. He would definitely want one, but I just did not have the space for it, unfortunately. And so I figured he'd be okay with a swimming pool anyway. So Beggars can't be choosers, okay, Don? Oh, quickly, I just want to point out that the new bar that came from the Casanova Cave kit fits so well with the marble end table that came from the dining rooms. Oh, not dining room, dine out game pack that I put in the back. That marble matches so nicely with the marble that came from the new kit, and so I definitely made use of that. And the marble topped cards table, which is probably the nicest card table that we have in game. My trick that I use for the card table, where I use the spade table to act as a cards table, is no longer needed. I made a video where I showed you guys how I use, or I do a hack where I try and make the base game cards table way nicer. And so I will link that in the description below if you're interested, even though that's pretty much not necessary anymore since we got this one. But if you don't have the Casanova Cave Kit and you have the Spade expansion or game pack, you should check that out so you can see how I do my cards table. I think the hack that I do makes the cards table looks 10 times better. My other hack, or not hack, maybe like a trademark, is I love adding the like the tray of lemons near my bar to act like they use the lemon when they're mixing drinks and stuff like that. And so that's definitely one of my trademarks. The only other one that I can think of is I like to add a set of towels in my guests' bedrooms. So if you have a guest that's staying over and they want to take a shower, it's you can be like, there's a set of towels on the dresser that you can use to dry off. And so that's kind of a way for me to indicate that this bedroom is a guest room, and also it's kind of a nice touch to add to your guest bedrooms for sure. And now we're finally working on the top floor where it houses most of the bedrooms, or all of the bedrooms that are in this home. The only thing that I don't show you is the guest bathroom and also the main bathroom downstairs. I cut both of those out. And so if you do want to see them, you'll just have to go to my Origin ID and download this build, or you can just stick around to the end of this video where I'll do a grand tour. I will say I ended up switching the bed that I use in this main bedroom to the one that came from the Dream Home Decorator game pack instead. In my head, I wanted to use a bed that was mid-century, and I totally blanked on the one that came from the Dream Home Decorator game pack. I figured since it is the same comfort level and reliability that I would switch it out. Originally, since it was a cheaper bed, I figured it was going to be a worse bed, but it's actually not. The difference is like 50 simoleons, and so I definitely switched it out because that bed is 10 times better than this one, the base game one. And so I basically switched it, and I put this one in the guest bedroom with a different swatch, and then the Dream Home Decorator one in the main bedroom. I figured he would like this bed anyway better, and so we stuck with it. And now we're kind of just adding a couple different things for his bedroom. We added just a place for him to sit, and I added the clutter object. That's the shoebox from the Everyday Clutter Kit. Speaking of the Everyday Clutter Kit, it has been so hard trying to find items from this kit. If you didn't know, there's a bug that's going on in this game where just things aren't showing in the correct category, or if you filter for the pack it comes in, they still don't show up. The only way to find certain items is to literally search it up in the search bar. Otherwise, you cannot find it. Hopefully, this is going to be a very short-lived bug, because I literally have not built or created a build for this channel in a long time, aside from my Tiny Town series. And the one time that I do actually sit down to make a build, there's a build glitch that was so frustrating and annoying. And so I was trying to find the headset from the Everyday Clutter Kit to put in the home gym. I couldn't find it to save my life. It took me forever to finally figure out what was going on and find it. I almost used the headset that came from the Comfy Gamer Kit, which was a collaboration with Little Simsy. Shout out, by the way. Love you. But I figured in the context that it was put in, it made more sense to use the Everyday Clutter Kit headphones instead. You'll see what I mean. I think you'll see me switch it out. I'm sorry, Little Simsy. I like the headset that you made. It's just the other one made more sense for the space. I'll just say that. And oh my god, I should say that this hall space is very minor, but I love the color scheme of the dark navy and the red. I used the Cozy Kitsch kit end tables or bookcases on the side, and then that painting is actually base game, and then just a couple of plants here and there, and that was literally the whole space, and I think it looks so freaking good. But yeah, this is, as I was saying, I switched out the bed. And since we switched out the bed into the Dream Home Decorator, the bedside tables didn't match, nor did the dresser. And so we had to quickly change that. But this is the room where we used the base game mid-century bed in instead. And as I said earlier, we use the same color scheme from the home office. That is such a good color scheme. I feel like hopefully one day when I own a home, I'll definitely, revisit this color scheme. I think it looks very timeless and kind of masculine and still calming and interesting, and not a very common color scheme, I don't think. And so, I don't know, me out here dreaming of owning a home one day. But I jest. We used this dresser from the base game that came in an update, and this swatch matches so well with the wallpaper. I had to use it. You know what I mean? Like, that is such a perfect fit. I love this guest bedroom. This is so cool. I love it. But yeah, this is it for the main or the guest bedroom. It's a guest bedroom. There's not a lot to put in it. Just a bed, a dresser, a mirror, and then some bedside tables, and then, maybe lamps if you wanted to. But now we're currently working on the last room in this home, which is the home gym, and that's where we bring the green color scheme. I think it looks so good, and it's actually perfect that we have the balcony to work off of, where we ended up putting the yoga mat and like a kind of like a zen meditation space. Ideally, the balcony would have been attached to the main bedroom, but this is just how the cookie crumbled, unfortunately. To be fair, this room doesn't have any windows. It only has those giant bifold doors that take you to the balcony. I think I would rather have multiple windows in my bedroom than just a bifold door to a balcony and no windows. You know what I mean? But that's just me. But anyway, we are pretty much done here. The only thing that we put is a treadmill, a punching bag. I ended up adding also a locker just for storage. Maybe that's where he keeps extra set of towels, some workout gear and stuff like that, like some stretch bands, and then like a little bench for him to sit. There's also a TV that came from that tiny living stuff pack, and it has the perfect space to put those headsets that I was talking about from the Everyday Clutter Kit. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that is in this build. So before we wrap up the video, I'm gonna jump into the game and then I'll give you a grand tour of everything. All right, and here we are with the finished product of Don Lothario's home. Unfortunately, it is a cloudy day, and so it's not the best weather to be showing you this home in, but it's fine. We can just power through it. Obviously, I just showed you the facade of the home. This is just a side view. This is the back of the house, and then this is the other side view. I think it looks very nice indeed. But if you want to enter the home, you'll just have to do it from right here. There's kind of a side little entrance. I kept the landscaping pretty minimal because I just did not want to overdo it for sure. As you walk up to the home, you can see straight into the living room, which might not be ideal, like if you're trying to ignore some guests or anything like that. Gavin right here is on a stayover with Don, so please ignore him. This is the entrance with a double height ceiling and a fancy chandelier. And then, yeah, we just have a coat, an umbrella stand, and then a mirror. And then this is the living room with the fancy record player and then the artwork that came from the Casanova Cave kit. I think this looks sick. Come on, you guys. You gotta admit. And then we should loop around to over here. This is the kitchen, which we'll get to, and then you have access to the backyard from here. But I think before we move on, I should show you the home office. Let me turn on the lights real quick. Hold on. There we go. I've been really into mood lighting because of the Sim Supply or James Turner, where he basically has the overhead lighting turned off and then some lamps or candles turned on. I think it looks so moody when you're playing, but obviously when you're doing a tour, that might not be ideal. Sorry about that, we just got interrupted. But this is the office right here, a yellow and a brown color scheme. I think it looks so good, very masculine, very up his alley. I think we should go out to the backyard. Straight outside, you have a little seating area where you can sit and entertain. There's a side entrance for the garbage bins out there, and then a nice dining set, a very generous, sizable pool, some lounges, and then the barbecue area completed with a pizza oven and also a sink. So there you go. The next place I think we should go is maybe to the basement, because it's the entrances right here. So if we go down here, this is the man cave. Oh, looks like Gavin is making use of the TV. We have a cards table, a bookshelf, and then a bar. But that's everything in this basement. I think it's a great space to entertain. Moving on to the kitchen, we have a brown and gold color scheme. Obviously, brown and mid-century just kind of go together, so there's a lot of brown happening, but I'm not mad about it. I'm really not mad about it. This is the kitchen, fully loaded. It has everything that you need. A microwave, a coffee pot, a dishwasher, a stove, a sink, a bin, and also a fire alarm. But yeah, this is one of my favorite spaces. I think this dining room turned out so freaking well. Let me show you this. Look at that view, like out the hallway with the double height ceiling. This is stunning. Come on. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but someone has to. But this right here is just a downstairs bathroom. It has a shower also, so that's kind of nice for more, you know, shower space. That was a weird loop that I just did. Sorry about that. Moving on to the top floor, we have our landing right here with our wonderful color scheme of red and blue. I think that looks so good. First door when you land is the top stairs bathroom. It has a bathtub, a shower, a toilet, and also a sink. Can you imagine that? Which room should we go to first? Maybe the guest bedroom? This is the guest bedroom. We have Gavin's suitcase right there. If you download this house, that suitcase will not come with it, unfortunately. I know you wanted that build just for that suitcase, but you can add it yourself. This is our beautiful color schemed guest room. Very simple, but very nice, if I dare say so myself. And then this middle bedroom is actually a home gym with our green color scheme. It has everything that you need with all the bells and whistles, all the clutter item that make it, and also a TV if you want to sit and do a sit-up workout or whatever. And if you want to do yoga, you have a yoga mat in the balcony. I wish it was sunny. It would have been so much better had it been sunny, but it's fine. Anyway, the last room that we gotta show you is the master bedroom. As soon as you enter, you've got a kind of a hallway leading to the bedroom. We've got the bed right here. Oh, it looks so good. Come on. With a built-in closet, a dresser, and even a small seating area. And also, not to mention, an ensuite bathroom with a double sink, bathtub, shower, and toilet. But yeah, this is everything for this build. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. I'm here. I'm uploading, okay? Like, I'm doing the most for you guys. I love it. So do subscribe and join the family. Check out all the series that I've talked about and videos. They're linked in the description below. If you want to buy this, if you want to download this house, it is on my gallery. My origin ID is ReignBlue. Looks like a couple of you have downloaded already, so hope you enjoyed it. With that being said, I will see you in the next one. Bye 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 bye.